but you're my colleague in plastic surgery, and you won't give me your name.
This is Dr. Elizabeth Potter, and she's about to literally walk into surgery for a breast cancer patient until United Healthcare calls to put a stop to it.
I'm just going to have to trust you. You were asking me as a representative of United to trust you that you're a plastic surgeon and fellowship trained in microsurgery. So, okay, I'll trust you there.
You're listening to a peer-to-peer call where doctors representing United Health give their reason why they're going to deny the surgery. And what you're about to hear will infuriate you.
I'm good. Are you a plastic surgeon? What do you mean subspecialty plastics? I'm a plastic surgeon. I wouldn't say subspecialty. So you're an oculoplastic surgeon. What was your initial training in? So we're speaking about lymphedema of the arm. So this is not an area that you're familiar with, correct? Oh, okay. Still practicing, but you won't give me your name? But you're my colleague in plastic surgery, and you won't give me your name. Yeah, I don't understand how it's connected. I understand that the CEO was murdered, right? But I'm your peer, and I want to have a conversation with a peer about a patient who has breast cancer and lymphedema, and I would like to know your name. How do I know who you are? How do I know that you're board certified and that you're a microsurgeon? Like, how do I verify that? I'm just trying to make sure that I'm talking to an expert in this procedure with training that's commensurate with that. How do I verify that? So I can get your name from United Healthcare through this reference number. I'm so sorry that this is to protect you as a doctor. I'm really trying just to do the right thing as a patient. And I also personally have been subject to, threatening communication as well. I just want this to be the right thing. Okay, so I'm just gonna have to trust you. You were asking me as a representative of United to trust you that you're a plastic surgeon and fellowship trained in microsurgery. So, okay, I'll trust you there. So do you perform lymphovenous bypass? Have you performed it yourself for patients with lymphedema? Have you performed it yourself? So have you been the primary surgeon in evaluating and performing lymphovenous bypass for a patient? Even one? You have not. Okay. Do you treat patients with breast cancer currently and do microsurgery like deep flaps or lymph node transfers or lymphovenous bypass? You have a cosmetic practice currently. Okay. Do you do microsurgical? Okay. Do you do microsurgical breast reconstruction currently? So you're not doing microsurgical breast reconstruction currently or treating patients with lymphedema currently. Okay. So the patient that we're talking about is a physician, and she is going to have an axillary dissection and radiation, and her risk of lymphedema is, I'm assuming you know. Do you know? Do you know what the No, it's important. The specifics are important. Do you know the specific risk? Like the documented risk for her? Like the percentage risk of lymphedema? No. She absolutely will need radiation. If she's having an axillary dissection, she's gonna have radiation. No, so she's been to see us in clinic. She's had further evaluation. She is going to be having an axillary dissection and will need radiation. So do you know what her risk of lymphedema is? Well, I mean, I think if this is part of the issue. If you're my peer, then I think you should be able to answer that question, because that's an important statistic, certainly for my patients who have lymphedema. So her risk of getting lymphedema is 40%. And we have the ability to reduce that to 10% using a lymphovenous bypass. And that's the information that I want you to carry back to United. And I will do the appeals and all of that. But that's the piece of information that I want you to have going forward. So you don't have the ability to approve it in your role. Okay, this patient I'll appeal. Again, I appreciate your time. I don't think you're my peer in this area. I don't think that you had the specific details around this procedure. You haven't performed it yourself as a primary surgeon, and you're not actively treating these patients with microsurgery. But I appreciate your time and calling, and I'll continue to reach back out to United. You too. Thanks.
United Healthcare was none too happy with Dr. Potter for releasing that video. And matter of fact, they demanded that she take it down and issue a public apology. But Dr. Potter refused to do so. It's been a disaster of a year for United Health. Last year, its CEO was murdered in the streets of New York City, and usually a ton of sympathy comes for such a brutal crime. But this time, it seems the majority celebrates the alleged murderer in that case. Since that moment, United Health has lost about 50% of its profits. Now they face a federal investigation in regards to Medicare, and they're facing civil lawsuits from shareholders claiming that they were lied to by United Health. And now doctors are speaking out. Doctors who are risking losing everything to expose what's happening behind the scenes. And as a husband who had to watch his wife go through breast cancer, I hope you all go to jail. Thank you, Dr. Potter.